and welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen, and today I'm going to be making a remake of my lemon bars soap. I'm using this fragrance, Lemon Pound Cake from Be Scented. Oh, it smells wonderful. I mean, really good. So, thinking of lemon bars, for my crust, I'm going to use this gingerbread brown mica for crust, and then I'm going to use my frosting comb. I think I like this pretty scallop edge. So we'll do that. Then we'll do the lemon portion of the lemon bars, and I have some poppy seeds because my daughters and I love pretty much anything lemon poppy seed. Yum. So that's going to go in there. And then for the top, I want to signify like how most lemon bars have a little powder sugar sprinkle. So I have this French white shimmer that I'm going to just do a little light sprinkling with some poppies on top to sort of represent the lemon bar theme. Anne Marie at Brambleberry, they have a lemon bar fragrance, which is amazing. That's what I used last time. It was so buttery and good, and it behaved perfectly. But I had this Be Scented one, so I'm going to try that today. But anyway, Anne Marie made lemon bars, and they were just so luscious looking. So that's kind of my springboard. I'm not the original thinker of it. I saw her do it first, so I'll give her total credit for just the inspiration. So anyway, I'm going to get my goat milk lye solution prepped. These will be goat milk soap, because I thought, you know, foodie, lemon bar, it just sounded like it went with it. Plus, you know, goat milk is so good for your skin. So I'm going to get everything pulled together, and let's come back and make some lemon bars soap. All right, I've got all my oils and butters melted, ready to go. I have colloidal oats, kale and clay, and the fragrance is in here. Here's my goat milk lye solution, and I forgot to mention, after I pour my crust and all that, for the top portion I'll be using yellow vibrance to represent my lemony lemon portion of this. Oh, my studio smells great, y'all. It's good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to run my goat milk through a sieve here just to make sure I don't have any little chunklets left in here from any saponified bits or scorched bits. So in my goat milk solution, I dissolved some, a tablespoon of cane sugar, and there is tussa silk fibers and sodium lactate and a teaspoon of titanium dioxide to keep things on the lighter side because this is a discoloring fragrance. So we'll just get this in here. Wonderful, creamy goodness. I am so used to using milks and aloe and things for my liquid portion that if I ever do just a plain distilled water, I feel like I'm like missing something. And you know what? You don't need I mean, just plain distilled water makes fabulous soap too, but I'm just so used to always adding a little something extra that, yeah. So anyway, here's my goat milk. And again, I'm just making sure that because I get impatient. If you take your time adding your lye very slowly to your goat milk, if it's in a frozen or slushy state, you can do it and have it maintain. I don't. I go a little faster. I add it a little at a time, but I go fast and I tend to get some scorched bits. So that's my bad. And then I go throw it in an ice bath. So, you know, there are people who have done it successfully and they get a beautiful white milk solution without any rushing. That would not be me. So I use my little colander here, and that helps me out, and it's all good. So let's get this out. And I'll go ahead and hand stir this to emulsion, and then I will pour off for my little brown crust here on my lemon bars. Lemony goodness. Having a little bit of separation. Do you see that? A little bit of ricing. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and throw my stick blender in here just to get it nice and emulsified. I don't want to mess around with any separation. Not a big deal, but let's just... And this is the Be Scented lemon pound cake. The Brambleberry did not do separation. Of course, that was a lemon bar. This is a lemon pound cake. So they do have different fragrant notes, but they're both buttery and lemony, which is wonderful. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's smoothing out really nice. That was very, very minor ricing. Not a big issue. If I was writing a review, it would almost be not mentionable. It was so quick. So make sure we got emulsion, and then I'll pour off for my crust, and I will stick blend that to get a nice trace on it. All right, actually, let me just hold this in here while I pour off. Got my wonderful gingerbread brown, which is gorgeous and toasty and everything it should be. Pull my stick blender over here. There we go. Tap out the air bubbles. And we'll blend this to a nice medium trace and get this down in the bottom. All right, it's the next morning, and I have all the pretty sprinkles on here, but it's a little dull looking, so I'm actually going to steam this soap this morning, and I'll show you the difference. So it's pretty, but it just sort of lacks that shiny sheen I like. And I definitely don't want to rinse off my mica and my poppy seeds. So I'm just plug this in. I'm going to wait for it to get up to boiling here, and we'll come back and steam the top. It's coming up to a boil, and I just want to show you again. So here's before, and then I'll show you the after. But I just hold it up at an angle and got the steam coming out, and just run it very slowly over the top. And it'll get wet. And so I'll wait about 20 minutes to an hour before I come back in and cut this. I need it to be dry to the touch. And there's after the steaming. And I'll show you after it dries. It'll keep that nice shiny gloss. All right, it's been about an hour, and it's all dry after steaming. And it's, you know, obviously not as wet looking as when it's wet, but it's got a little bit more shine to it. It just looks a little glossier to me. So that's after the steaming. Let's get it out of the mold here and see what it looks like on the inside. Get into the middle of these. I have it on its side. Even those poppy seeds in here, I don't want to drag the top ones through. So it's just a precaution to put the loaf on its side, and here's the inside. Oh, it's really pretty and simple. That little scallop didn't come out quite as detailed as I hoped, but it's really pretty. So lemon poppies, yum. And this fragrance today is still very nice and strong and lemony, buttery, so it's a good fragrance. Technically though, I think I preferred the brambleberry lemon bar to this lemon pound cake. It just had a little more of a buttery tone, but this one smells great. So I'm still very happy with this.